Okay, we have an option to do the Monte Carlo simulation for a sell-side bank when we look at Corp Fin Analysis. But what one problem that we face is that suppose we have got a team that prefers Excel and they would like to go deep into what's going on in the code. How are those paths being formed? What's the detail of the analysis? And that's the reason we would have a big file that would take time in Excel over something that could be done in R or C# using an add-in that is fast enough. So also because we are on a sell side, but we are also on a consultancy role. So many of the times when we take these analysis to our clients and when we want to show them how the Monte Carlo paths are generated, what could be the future sales of them, we would use the data that is given to us by the coverage team. At the same time, we would keep everything in Excel so that we can just open there, explain to them. Just imagine if you have an add-in there and you just have that thing and you cannot show how the paths are formed, or you cannot talk about the other convincing thing that would help the client to understand what you are talking about, what capital structure or what share repurchase or what strategies you are talking about. Now in the same way, when you look at the things from an advisory point, you need to make sure that your entire team of 10 or 15 people, whoever does this work, they understand what you are talking, they understand, they can go deep into the Excel. So if I look at this, you can probably do this analysis in 5 lines in R, and you can get the data path in Excel, and this would all take like less than 3 seconds. But on the other hand, if you use data tables in Excel, your file would take like say 5 to 10 minutes to refresh. Your file size would be 25, whereas if you do it in R, you are not making that engine in Excel, and you get a lot of advantages. But keeping that in Excel has its own advantages. Point 2 is that when you want to keep things into Excel, you want to use VBA in a way that your functions in VBA are intuitive. They are not the mathematical functions, so you still keep the quant part into Excel. You only keep those support function into the VBA, like flipping something or catching something or some matrix manipulation, but you keep all the other part that you can into Excel, so that the person who opens that file could still get an idea about what's going on in the background. The other problem that we might have is about tweaking. So if you want to tweak something, you can run the same analysis in R, but maybe you cannot scale it up to the easier abstraction layer. So that's again a point where Excel becomes important. Okay.